I'm Liam Nolan. I'm one of the in-house engineers here, so let me show you about the studios. This is our largest room here at Metropolis. It's our flagship room, built in 1986, designed by Sam Toyoshima. It's an amazing sounding control room. We're very lucky. We've got an SSL, J-Series desk, loads of choice outboards, gear. This room was initially made famous by Queen recording their last two albums here. So I believe they were Made in Heaven and Innuendo. And since then, we've had loads of great artists. So modern artists such as Stormzy, Adele, Rihanna, Paul McCartney, although he's a legend, you know, some great artists. So it's a really great space and I'm very lucky to be working here. We're very lucky, we've got a selection of great gear. If I had to pick one piece, well, I'll pick one compressor and I'll pick one EQ because I'm going to be greedy. So probably the one compressor at the moment, I really like our TubeTech CL1A just because it's an amazing sounding valve compressor on vocals. It's super smooth, it's super, not transparent, but you know, it adds a nice warmth to signals. Although, again, we've got a Manley Verimue, I love that. I mean, or the Distressors, or the 11s, I don't know, but we're very lucky. But if I had to pick one, the TubeTech CL1A. EQ-wise, or again, we're pretty spoilt for choice, so we've got three Paultec EQP1A. And yeah, again, just because they're classic for their top end, you know, anything you just want to add a bit of shine to, they sound amazing, so probably pick those. Okay guys, so welcome to Studio A live room. We're super lucky to have this room here. It's an amazing sounding live room. It's very versatile. Depending on what you want, you can get, you know, really tight sounding drums. Once you move in the baffles, put the carpets in, you can really get a tight drum sound, or if you open it up, you can have a really big rock, almost Led Zeppelin-y drum sound. It's a super great space to work in. Of course, we have the Fazioli piano here. I believe this was bought in for Queen, so they used it on their last two records. It's a great sounding piano. There's been so many records with this on. It's quite tonally rich, so it's not super classical, but for rock and pop, it's just got that extra X factor. I don't know, it's not clean, it's quite characterful, it's quite, I don't know, it's a great sound piano. So we get lots of clients come here just specifically to use this piano. The most recent thing I can tell you it was used on, so I recorded Hello, and this is the piano on Adele's Hello. So if you want to hear this piano, listen to that record, because yeah. We've also got two other spaces. So this is the main one. We normally record piano, put drums in here. But over where I walked through, that's actually the Stone Room. And that, I believe, the design was copied from Townhouse Studios. And that's, again, it sounds great for drums. It was kind of used to emulate that Phil Collins drum sound. So you can put drums in there, but we also use it for guitars, bass, anything you want to separate from the live room, really. And over here, we've got the Dead Room. So this is where we'll build the vocal booths, or anything. You might even hear it in my voice, actually. The acoustics change to in here. So already a lot tighter, although the room's quite big. So we'll normally build a booth, put baffles, record vocals, maybe acoustics. Again, if you want a super tight, punchy drum sound, you put drums in here. It depends. It just entirely depends what the client wants, really. So welcome to Studio A's green room. You get this room when you book the studio. It's just a breakout room for the artists to come and relax. We've got some speakers here, so whatever's going on in the control room or live room, we can feed the music up here. They've got a PlayStation, they've got a TV, they can chill out. And if it's a band or anything else, there's also some windows through to each of the live rooms, so they can also watch what's going on. It's got its own kitchen, it's got its own toilet, so it's a complete space for the artist to just relax and do what they want. Yeah, so yeah, let's go to Studio B and I'll show you around there. Welcome to Studio B control room. This is another great space. It's not quite as large as Studio A, but some clients really love it. So through the years, we've had some great engineers and producers work here. For a while, Townshend, who does some amazing mixes and such a lovely guy, he had this room for a little bit. Other producers such as Chris Potter doing some Richard Ashcroft and the Verve stuff. So it's a favourite for some clients. It's a great sounding control room. It's very controlled. Everything's very kind of finely tuned in here, which is great. Gear wise, it's very similar to Studio A because we like to keep the gear similar in case you're moving rooms. So again, we have our Tube Techs, our 1176s, DBXs, you know, classic gear. The desk is slightly different. It's a G series, great sounding desk for tracking. You know, it's a beast really, and for mixing, it's a fantastic desk. Welcome to Studio B live room. It's a little bit smaller than the Studio A live room that we're just in, but I don't know if you can hear it through my microphone. It's very ambient in here. For the size of the room, it's, you know, quite large sounding, which is good because it makes the room super versatile. You know, if you want a big sound, you can have it just having it this open and you'll get a great drum sound. Or if you want it a bit tighter, again, we've got loads of baffles, loads of carpet, so we can bring it in and make things as, you know, sculpt the character of the room to however you like it. Similar to A, we've got 3 different breakout rooms, although I should mention actually, the corridor that I just walked through, it's great sounding, so we sometimes put amps in there. And the lounge you saw earlier, it's got ties as well, so we can put stuff in there. So although there's 3 live rooms, we've actually got 5 spaces, the corridor and the lounge as well, if we need to do anything. Let me stand in here, because again, you may not be able to see, but the room's quite big. But already, hopefully you can hear it through my mic, it's already, the acoustics have died down, and once you close the door, you won't get any reflections from in the live room. So this is actually a really good space to record vocals. Whoever's here is recording through our Sony C800, a classic pop vocal mic. It's really lends itself great to pop, you know, it's got quite a bright characteristic, so you've already got that sculpted sound, if that makes sense. And yeah, this is kind of how we set up our vocal booths, if that makes sense, yeah.